As I sit here, penning down the horrifying chapters of my past, it feels like a nightmare that refuses to fade with the dawn. My name is Layla, and my journey took a twisted turn when the digital realm became my gateway to a living hell. It all began innocently enough, a cascade of messages on a screen from a man who claimed to be my knight in shining armor. I was a young girl from a small town in a distant country, seeking connection in the vast web that promised friendship and understanding. He seemed charming and understanding, a friend who transcended borders and language barriers. As our virtual friendship blossomed, his stories of a utopian world in a distant land enchanted me. He painted a picture of golden opportunities, a life beyond my wildest dreams. The promises were like honeyed lullabies, and the idea of escaping the mundane reality I knew became an irresistible melody. Against the cautionary whispers from my gut, I took a leap of faith. I boarded a plane, clutching my dreams in my hands, and landed in a foreign land pulsating with possibilities. The initial moments were drenched in excitement, but the warmth soon dissipated, replaced by an icy grip of reality. Upon arrival, the man I once thought of as a savior revealed his true colors. My passport was confiscated, and the golden opportunities he promised unraveled into a sinister trap. I found myself confined in a place that masqueraded as a haven for aspiring models, but in reality, it was a house of nightmares. My days blurred into a series of darkened rooms and neon-lit clubs. The promises of a modeling career morphed into a grotesque exchange of favors at the whim of heartless strangers. Phone calls to my family became a luxury I could no longer afford, and each passing day stripped away another layer of my dignity. The house that held me hostage housed countless women like me, their dreams shattered, their spirits broken. We were treated like disposable commodities, mere pawns in a twisted game of human trafficking. Punishments were swift and merciless, a vicious reminder that disobedience was not an option. One night in the dimly lit streets where desperation and despair coexisted, I seized an opportunity to escape. I ran, my heart pounding like a drum, feet echoing in the silence of the city that never slept. With each step, I felt a glimmer of hope, a spark that fueled my determination to break free from the chains that bound me. In a moment of divine intervention, I stumbled upon a police station. With trembling hands and tears streaming down my face, I poured out the horrors that had become my reality to an officer behind the desk. Little did I know, the devil wears a uniform too. The one meant to protect and serve was entangled in the web that ensnared me. Betrayed once again, my spirit refused to break. Another chance for freedom presented itself, and I seized it with every ounce of strength left within me. On a lonely road, I encountered a woman cop who listened with empathy etched across her face. With a sense of urgency, she escorted me to safety, a beacon of hope in the abyss. Through the darkness, I could recall the distant rumble of a passing train and the glow of a Burger King sign. With these feeble clues, the woman cop orchestrated a raid that shattered the walls of the trafficking ring. Justice, albeit delayed, was served, and the captors were locked away. Finally, I found myself back on familiar soil, my homeland embracing me with open arms. The reunion with my family was a bittersweet symphony, a mixture of tears and laughter that echoed through the corridors of time. The scars of my ordeal may linger, but they serve as a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. As I rebuild my life, I share my story not as a victim, but as a survivor who emerged from the shadows of despair. It is a cautionary tale, a plea to those who dare to dream beyond their borders, urging them to tread carefully in the vast wilderness of the online world. For in the darkest corners, where promises shimmer like mirages, lurk the monsters that prey on the unsuspecting, waiting to shatter dreams and steal the very essence of one's humanity. My heart sank as I watched my son disappear from the crowded market square in that quaint little town where we were supposed to be enjoying a family vacation. A stranger, just another boy around my son's age, had approached him with a toy in hand. In the blink of an eye, they were gone, leaving me frantically searching through the labyrinth of narrow streets. Days turned into agonizing weeks, and every corner of the town seemed to echo with the silence of my son's absence. Little did I know. He was caught in a nightmare that defied the innocence of childhood. The boy who had befriended him was no friend at all. He was a pawn in a sinister game, orchestrated by heartless kidnappers. Unbeknownst to me, they forced my son into a life he never deserved. The innocence that once sparkled in his eyes was replaced with a haunting emptiness. They coerced him into being their unwitting accomplice, making him drop off illegal substances and engage in petty theft, stealing credit cards, and emptying the bank accounts of unsuspecting victims. Night after night, I roamed the streets, desperately searching for a glimpse of my son. Then, one fateful evening, I saw him. Disguised in worn-out clothes, he moved with an eerie purpose, completely under the control of those who held him captive. The knot in my stomach tightened as I followed, keenly aware that any attempt to intervene could lead to dire consequences. Summoning every ounce of courage, I ventured into the seedy underbelly of the town, a place where danger lurked in the shadows. The deafening music in the club masked my footsteps as I discreetly approached my son. With a quick and careful touch, I changed his clothes, praying that the kidnappers remained oblivious to my desperate act. We fled into the night, leaving the suffocating grip of that town behind us. Racing against time, we made our way to the American Embassy, where I tearfully reported the heinous crime that had ensnared my innocent child. The embassy staff, compassionate and understanding, mobilized their resources to bring justice to my son and countless others who had fallen victim to the same dark forces. The road to recovery for my son was long and arduous, marked by the scars of a childhood stolen. But as we left that foreign land, bound for home, I held him close, determined to nurture the flicker of light that had survived the darkness. The echoes of that harrowing journey lingered, a haunting reminder of the evil that can lurk in the most unexpected places.